It is our favorite time of the patch, and that means yes, Argenti and Silverwolf are going to be having their banners come out very soon. And with that being said, we're going to be talking about all the things in regards to the banner itself, what the value is looking like, and also all the other units that are surrounding the banner, whether it be the future characters that are coming out, whether it be the reruns that are possibly going to come out, and also we can talk about HuoHuo as well, because she still hasn't left. You still have a chance to get her if you haven't already, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about all of these things in this video. So before we start with this video, make sure to leave a like and a sub on this video because I'd appreciate it so very much. But let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Argenti's banner along Silverwolf as well are going to be some of the craziest value banners for a lot of different players, whether it be veterans or either new players that came with the PlayStation release, or you're just overall just a really brand new player. This banner has the craziest of 4-star lineups, and with the characters that it has on the banner, it varies in how crazy the value gets, because if you're looking for a main DPS, if you're a brand new person to the game and you see Argenti, who's a really cool main DPS, he's going to be able to shred through a lot of the early game stuff and also get you to where you need to be with the late game stuff, because yes, there is a lot of AoE situations in the game. I think this banner is absolutely amazing. I think this banner is really strong, just because not only do you have Argenti, who's going to be a really nice main DPS, but you also have characters that are busted like Asta, who's one of the craziest universal supports. You also have Lynx, which is a really nice sustain to have as well, being able to have some added utility with destruction and preservation units. And of course, having our brand new 4-star, which is Hanya, which I've already made videos on Hanya, and I've talked about how she's going to be an amazing character for people that aren't optimizing their relics as hard or as crazy when it comes to the characters they have for their supports, because she allows you to get skill points and attack buffs and speed buffs, and it kind of bypasses all of the worry and all the anger that you would have trying to grind out some really good relics for your supports. So Hanya is going to be an absolutely amazing unit, being the one Harmony character we get before Ruan Mei. So talking about these two characters, Argenti's banner looks absolutely amazing, but if you already have a mean DPS and you're not looking forward to Argenti at the current moment, Silverwolf's banner is again really crazy in value. You are getting 4 amazing supports and sustain units that are just going to last you for a very long time. Silverwolf right now, a lot of people are talking about her, talking about if she is, fell off or is she still good. She still is always going to be good, and I think for a lot of free-to-play players, for a lot of low spenders, getting Silverwolf is a very important decision to do, because when you are looking at the teams that you're going to be building, you always have to wonder and worry if MOC is going to have that specific weakness the next phase, or with the new pure fiction mode, how is that going to work? Am I going to have weakness on that? If you have Silverwolf, you won't ever have to worry about that. Your favorite character or your favorite team will always work, because you can force whatever element that you want on that enemy, and boom, you can use that team whenever you can. I do think Silverwolf is a very amazing option when it comes to not only the value of the banner that we have at the current moment, but overall for the longevity of your account and being able to have the most fun, because yes, you are going to want to play with your favorite characters, you are going to want to play with certain characters, and being able to force that situation to happen, whether it be in Simulated Universe, whether it be in MOC or pure fiction and all that type of stuff, that's just going to make it much more enjoyable for you. And I do think it's going to make it a lot more enjoyable to not have to worry about getting multiple units of different weaknesses, just so that you're able to clear content, because Silverwolf is there for you. And not only that, Silverwolf is just an amazing character, not only forcing weaknesses but also debuffing the crap out of enemies. So that's one thing to be said about Silverwolf. These banners overall for Argenti and Silverwolf are just absolutely oozing with value. You get some really crazy 4-stars, and both Argenti is going to be absolutely amazing, and Silverwolf is going to be equally as crazy when it comes to being a new player, when it comes to being a low spender. These banners are great, but I've seen a lot of people talk about how they're going to skip Argenti, how they're going to skip Silverwolf because of what's coming next. But before we get into what's next, let's go ahead and start talking about what is currently here. HuoHuo is a current 5-star at the moment, and she is a sustain unit. She's a healer. She is very nice. I think she is one of the more fun units for sure, because she allows for so much more to happen when it comes to getting a fat ton of energy based from her ult, because you're able to get that 20% back. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you think about it, you are getting around a skill's worth of ult energy, or you're getting a turn worth of ult energy with that ult, and you can push some absolutely crazy builds with this, whether it be Jing Yuan staying in her ult form forever, with Jing Yuan and Luocha, with you getting other characters to their ults very quicker. That's just going to be absolutely amazing. And especially if you are looking to play with Argenti and you want the absolute best team, you might want to look forward to getting HuoHuo. Of course, a lot of people that are saving, that are trying to get Argenti, are probably skipping HuoHuo for that very reason. That's okay, you can get it on your way back, or hopefully you get a Ting Yun so that you could also put him with Argenti. But HuoHuo is a really nice unit. I really do put her right there with Silverwolf being able to make a lot of different teams work. She allows for more sub DPS options, more fun teams, so you might want to look into HuoHuo when you get the chance. But being basically enough of version 1.5, let's go ahead and start talking about the next few characters that are going to be coming out, which of course are going to be Ruan Mei and Dr.Ratio. Of course, I think the reason why I see a lot of people talking about Argenti and a lot of people talking about that they're going to skip is because of one certain character in 1.6, and that is definitely Ruan Mei. As our first 5-star limited character, it makes sense that this is going to be a big deal for a lot of accounts, because right now we only have one 5-star harmony, and that is Bronya, and we all know that every single team, every single DPS wants Bronya without a doubt. They're fighting for her non-stop, and you have to choose and pick one team to get it while the other team has to get some other supports. Not saying that we don't have any supports, but Bronya is the best of the best at the current moment. Seeing that we are getting a harmony character that is limited, not from the standard banner, guarantees you a harmony character if you're going to be summoning for them, and also should be a tier above Bronya if we think about the standard characters being worse than the prestigious limited characters that are going to be coming out. We have zero idea what she does at the current moment. All we know is that she's harmony and that she's ice, and I just want to know what she's going to be doing with Jing Liu, just because having ice and being a harmony character, I think Jing Liu might have a new buddy. But like, again, we don't know exactly what she's going to do. We just know that for sure she's going to be a game changer just from her role alone, and that holds a lot of weight. So I see a lot of people already can't wait, and you can wait for a second when it comes to not summoning for Argenti. Wait for the stream to happen. We'll end up knowing what Ruan Mei does. We'll end up knowing what Dr.Ratio does, and then you can choose, hey, maybe I want Dr.Ratio, let me skip Argenti. Oh, maybe I don't like Ruan Mei and what she's doing, I don't like Dr.Ratio, let me summon for Argenti. You have a little bit more options that Argenti's in the last half of the patch, and same with Silverwolf, so you can't wait till the stream, basically starts, ends, and see what you want to make your decision from there. And then of course, Dr.Ratio, very steep competition in his role. He is imaginary. He's going to be Hunt as well. And with a character like Imbibitor Lune as the, top of the top DPS at the current moment, it is going to be very hard for him to try and fight his way to be right there with An Heng. If it comes to being, full-on damage dealer, we don't know if he's going to be single target or multi-target. He is Hunt, so it's most likely going to be single target. But looking at what we've gotten so far, Hunt characters, we got Sela, of course, and then we also have Topaz, who's in their own world in their kit that they have for the role. So maybe we might get another supportive unit that's a 5-star that does extra stuff that's not just, do damage for the Hunt class. They might be Topaz and be like, here's a debuff, I'm gonna do this to you, I'm gonna do follow-up attacks, I'm gonna do this to you. There's a bunch of things that could go. Basically, Honkai Star Rail is kind of deviating off the path system and what it means to be in that path. I do think that is more lenient in what they're going to do. They're going to start mixing paths more. They're going to just put them in one path, to give them whatever, light cones that you can. But I do think they're deviating slightly away from the path system. I don't think they're like full on negating it. Of course, there's still a reason why certain characters are in Erudition, why some of them are in Hunt, but we do know that characters like Sela and Topaz, they are worlds apart in what they do. So it's going to be interesting seeing what Dr.Ratio could possibly do and seeing what Ruan Mei might possibly do as well. So right now, we currently have HuoHuo, we have Dr.Ratio, and we have Ruan Mei, all in the span of what you should summon on before Argenti actually comes here or after Argenti already comes here. And then lastly, we need to talk about the possible reruns that could come out very, very soon for version 1.6. So of course, we've already seen that Silverwolf is going to be coming, and we've already had the rerun for Sela as well. Very crazy that these two ended up being right next to each other. But now, who is going to be in the rerun for 1.6? Well, the characters that are currently going to be coming out that we might see could be Jing Yuan, because he was the second unit after Sela, and there's no Erudition unit in version 1.6. But we can't forget that there's still other characters that could possibly come as well. Luocha being the absolutely busted healer that he is, he might make an appearance in version 1.6. And then we also, for some reason, might be able to see Blade or Kafka if they want to go the route like that, because of course we've already gotten our DPS, which was Sela. We got our debuffer, which is Silverwolf. We might go back to a DPS. So maybe Jing Yuan, maybe Blade, maybe Kafka, or maybe possibly even Luocha. They might even throw a curveball and give us someone else, but right now, these are the characters that have the highest chance to be able to rerun. And I feel like Jing Yuan might be a big one, in all honesty, or Luocha, just because, of course, Jing Yuan is the next character in the chronological order, and Luocha is just a big hitter. We don't have a sustain unit in that patch. We have a buffer and we have a DPS. So we're going to have to see what we're going to get. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Let me know who you're going to be summoning on. Let me know who you are excited for. I cannot wait to see the stream. I cannot wait to see what we're going to be looking at when it comes to Argenti, how we're going to be looking at Dr.Ratio, Ruan Mei, and the possible reruns that we're going to see as well. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.